end zone.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
In motion goes the tight end. Second and 13. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. He'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll send the slot in motion left. The slot man in motion right. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a short pickup to about the 25. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line football.
Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
It off out of the gun.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
This offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Jackson. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just got to angle himself towards the right side of the field. And that's
blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Jalen Armour-Davis, the one to get the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now receiver in motion left. They'll motion out one of the tight ends.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot.
And this is, oh, my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking deep for Adams, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive. And they come up with a pick right there.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll look to throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. In motion, the tight end. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points As I look down to the sideline, though, you can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They really struggled in the first half, but they've made some adjustments looking better in the second half. But sometimes do we overanalyze? Is it always adjustments, or sometimes is it guys just stick? There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be 1 step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
An even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Jackson.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
He put under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Raiders 9. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
He'll look downfield for Waller.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
it.